So and then you have to own the .co.uk of it as well, and then you have to own the .uk as well, right? So there's 3 different versions of each name that you want to buy if you really want to like own that position. And there's 6 prime domains to own in my geographic area, and I own 5 of them in jobs. Yeah, it's something that I've actually really thought about doing quite a number of times. Spent quite a bit of money buying those domains.
Oh yeah, there's apps now where you can just put in a couple major keywords, and it's called Gamma.app, and there's these other automated website builders. Even GoDaddy has an AI automated website builder now.
It's not. You need you need an API which will feed you a list of active jobs from the likes of Indeed.
No. See, you missed my point. You just make a fake job website. It's too late. Once they figure it out, it's too late. They already clicked off on an ad. You see what I'm saying? You don't need to fucking create some legit job website. Everybody looking for a job is like retarded low IQ. You see what I'm saying? They just click around, click.
But I actually run a website in a different industry, which ranks number 2 on Google for the most desirable keywords, and it is also a listing website. But it's so funny because jobs listing websites are so easy because like they don't even have photos, right? Like it's just text. It's such a simple website in comparison to what I've already run on a daily basis. Yeah, I should have like done it a long time ago, I think. But
there's a lot of money in jobs, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, man. No, it's crazy. It really is. But I'm so far down the rabbit hole or whatever with what I am doing, and it's working. But I own them. They're mine. I definitely will build them out at some point.
Well, that's my point is don't invest any money or time. Just throw up these bullshit automated websites and put Google ads on there and at least get it into the SERPs and see what comes of it. But like to just leave it a domain, it's crazy.
I literally outrank a multi-billion pound company who is in position number 3 of this other industry that I rank for like a
I get it.
It's a 2-word keyword search, right? And there's like 7 characters in total, right? So it's not long tail in the slightest, right? Yeah. Anyway,
but, I get it. My uncle made a small fortune because
it's so funny because right, these are very generic terms, right? You can't trademark like USA Jobs because someone can own Jobs USA or they.
So I own USAJobRecruiters.com, and that site has made me a small fortune, and it was a bullshit job website, but my point is keywords do make you money. Like my uncle ranked number 1 for the term dog toilet, and he made a small fortune, and it was all because he worked on it, and he started manufacturing these plastic bullshit dog toilets. But anyways, if you get he made a fortune, and then eventually Amazon ripped him off or something and like kind of ruined his business, and he got pushed out eventually, but that's what happens. That's life.
They do that. That's very common in them. I'm still waiting for a famous Will to go to prison. So my website can take off. Hey, Will Smith almost went to jail. That's my lotto.
Why? For slapping Chris?
Yeah, man.
Dude, that motherfucker needs to go down, for like being a cuck.
Do you think? Yeah. Do you think he's a pedophile?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he is. Now his wife. Oh my goodness, man! Like I saw a clip going around again. I hadn't seen it in a while, where she's talking to her daughter, talking about her grandma showed her how to masturbate at 9 years old.
Who? What are you talking about?
Her grandma.
Jada.
Yeah, her grandmother. She was on that Red Table Talk talking about that shit in front of her mother and her daughter.
Yes, there was an interview about that. Yep, you're right.
That's why those kids are so fucked. Those kids are so fucked up. They're like, oh god.
Oh man. And then she's from Baltimore too.
Man. Are any of Will Smith's kids trans?
The son is jacked up. He was wearing dresses like in high school.
He looked like he was gonna die as well. His teeth were rotted out. He looked like he had anorexia.
But that's Jaden. That's the son from Jaden.
He did the Karate Kid movie.
Not the oldest. And after you seen him in that movie, you thought, oh, he's just a normal kid.
Yeah, couldn't be further from the truth.
You like, holy shit, what happened?
Hollywood.
And his daughter Willow. His daughter said Willow the same way she came out. She seemed like a normal child. Performer, all this stuff. She started getting the septum rings and all this, and she started being on some other shit.
Well, many celebrities, whether it's in sports or movies, they raise their children as trans, and so that kind of implies that A, they have a mental health disorder themselves, or B, they're involved in some type of satanic cult church, and they are essentially
3 out of 3 of Megan Fox's boys are all trans.
Yeah, so this is essentially, it's like the movie Dune, the Kwisatz Haderach. What they're trying to do is they're experimenting, I think, in some kind of weird satanic church or something, and they're running experiments on their children.
Well, I mean, was it Baphomet or Baphomet, whatever the damn demon is? That was the transgender.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the dude's moniker.
Yeah, exactly. The Baphomet is an androgyne figure. It's neither. Yeah, there's no gender. So that's the whole thing. Is genderless or non-binary is essentially tied into occult psychology of what they call transpersonal psychology, which is essentially degendering the self through. I think the way that they do it is by sexually molesting children at an early age to essentially scramble their minds or something like that. That's why I'm saying I think they're running experiments. I know this sounds crazy, and I know it's probably not true, but at least from a philosophical perspective, and if you read enough occult material, you realize that occultish people don't believe in God the Father. They believe in Steve the Mother God, basically. They believe that God is a deity, a female deity, Isis and Osiris, that type. It goes back to, ancient Egypt, which is essentially the whole metaphor for Jesus Christ or even Santa Claus. So, but they're retarded, and they're ruining people's lives. They ruin their children's lives, and their lives are probably miserable on top of it all.
I could never understand. Excuse me, man. I can never understand how you can sign. Damn, excuse me, man. I can never understand how you can sign your child over to somebody you never met, these agents. So somebody would live in Wisconsin, and they want their kid to be so famous, so they would sign over their rights to their child to an agent in L.A. or something like that, and then now you're just living with this random fucking adult. That's crazy to me, man.
Well, listen, when you have enough money, do you know what you end up doing? You don't work, so what do? You play music, or you organize sex parties. And so, basically Epstein and all these talent agents or these modeling agencies are really just sex organization efforts. And in many ways, you could say that all religious efforts are also sexual regulation societies, because basically you're bartering your children for marriage within the cult or within the church organization. So this is Scientology has got to be the most far out internal cult, because they're like a closed society. And I bought many L. Ron Hubbard books, and if you read L. Ron Hubbard, you realize how whacked out these people are to be participating in a non-profit secret society that is based off of science fiction novels. So
That's right.
it's so bizarre that they can't put one and one together and say, oh fuck, this is like a giant communication scam. This is basically a cult. It's a hypnosis scam.
There was recently a Candace Owens video about that in regards to the foundations of NASA. I believe it was Foundation of NASA. Anyway, it's really interesting. It had to deal with one of the founders of space rockets. You may want to check it out.
Shout out to Project Paperclip.
Yeah, you're talking about Jack Parsons. So all.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I can't remember his name. Yes, you're right.
So a lot of people think that Aleister Crowley is like a big name, but he's just one occult researcher and publisher and philosopher, etc. But he did create this thing called Thelema, the Church of Thelema, or you could call it Crowleyanity, or you could call it OTO, which is Ordo Templi Orientis. And here in America, there's all these OTO lodges throughout the country, and they do something called the Gnostic Mass, and this is like their big event, their big thing. And I'm not saying they sacrifice a child, but they may do some type of metaphoric child sacrifice, and that may be shocking. However, just go to your local Planned Parenthood and you'll see a child sacrificial system which is based on essentially cleanliness. And this is the world we live in. I'm telling you, the world today is no different than it was in the year 10. It's really no different. The only thing different is we have these things called cell phones and cars. Other than that, pretty much everything is the same.
What's the state that just went to reverse like the whole if a child died or whatever, they basically had to have a burial. It's like infant under so many months. They had to have a burial. Now I guess they can use them for parts too, which is crazy, man. I don't know if it was New York. I gotta look it up again. I can't remember. Basically, they said they had to either bury them or cremate them.
What are the other options out of those two?
I don't know, quote unquote, I don't know, donate to science maybe? But, without telling the people, probably. Because there's a profit model in that whole thing. Man, these cats are firing fireworks like it's 2 days ago, man.
Yeah, I got the same thing going on.
Yeah, I get you.
I mean, it's big shit too. It's not just it's like beer, beer, beer. I'm like, oh man, what's going on? It's not on my street, but it's like a street over. There's something else that I wanted to say to you, pardon. Oh, girl from the Acolyte, the showrunner, Epstein's assistant. Apparently, she wanted to downgrade George Lucas's, I guess, what do you call it? Contributions to Star Wars, and say, old boy that did the graphic art in the novels and the comics and stuff. Said he's the one that made Star Wars what Star Wars is. Because apparently she's recently started getting into graphic novels. After she made a Star Wars project.
Yeah, after.
Isn't that amazing?
Never underestimate a woman's support for the Star Wars fans.
Man, it's sad what they did to that franchise.
They get what they deserve.
Apparently so do we. Go ahead, Sass.
It hurt me. It hurt everyone in regards to Star Wars. It's so sad. It's a mess.
Are you talking about Mark Hamill endorsing Biden?
Nah. But way before then.
Yeah, it's a mess.
What, Star Wars sucks now? That's what you're saying?
No, I mean, well, it's been sucking for a while, but it's just cemented it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is, you can inverse it on them because, like, if so, there's these YouTube accounts that do these like super clips from the Disney movies, and basically it's neurolinguistic programming. But what they're doing is they're making the liberal Democrats look like the good guys, and so they're providing this like this NLP like fight the empire, meaning that like the white structural racism is this imaginary empire. I'm just saying Disney is basically in the NLP business. They've always been in the hypnosis business or the media communication business, but they're very subversive in the sense that it's all woke, and but they make the wokeism look like conservatism. It's very weird how they do it, but it's basically it's all communications hypnosis. It's word stuffing. They just stuffing words, and it's irrelevancy, and it's mind control hypnosis. It's feel good bullshit, and but it's instructive in revolution or in anarchy and violence.
And was it JoJo Siwa doing performances, faking like he's drinking Red Bull or Fireball? It's like, man, Disney Channel's ruined a bunch of kids, man. Disney Channel and what's the other one? Nickelodeon. Yeah. A lot of kids. They did a documentary about the one dude that got caught. It's like,
Yeah, quiet on set.
yeah.
But don't you ever wonder who Walt Disney was about? You know?
Yeah, I bought autobiography. I'm looking at
Yeah,
Walt
he's a
Disney's
communist.
autobiography right now. He was a communist?
No, he hated communists.
Oh yeah.
That's probably on brand.
So I think it was his daughter who just pulled out of endorsing Joe Biden, and she's not backing the Democrats now. So they're turning on their own.
Is it daughter or was it granddaughter?
It was one of them. Who knows? She's a billionaire though.
So at what point are they replacing Sleepy Joe then?
It's not. Nobody knows the calendar date. No, it doesn't make a difference.
I know, but it has to be sooner rather than later. No?
No, man, this
What
guy.
do you think?
When the devil's inside of you and you're taking Adderall and you still get a hard on and you fuck your wife Jill, you're like, fuck it, baby. Let's go to the wheels fall off, baby.
Yeah, but bro, that's assuming that he's actually in control, which I think it's shown quite clearly that he's not.
Like I think Jill and Hunter want him to stay in because it benefits them greatly.
Oh yeah.
Hunter helps him out with not going to prison, and then Jill, he just
Pardon.
That's a big
His
one.
dad just has to pardon him on his last day in office or anything.
no, if he gets sentenced by then, like he's still got like other court cases that it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, but I think like one of the theories with Trump as well, whatever, was that he was going to pardon himself in advance. Like you can just I think that's like a thing.
Isn't it retroactive? If you get a presidential pardon,
Proactively.
No, you can't do proactive.
No idea.
It has to be specific. That's all these freaking legal scholars that never went to school or anything. It's
But-
like.
but wait,
like,
can't the president issue a pardon even when he's out of office?
I don't believe so.
Isn't it? I thought a presidential pardon.
It's only the sitting. No, it's only the sitting president.
Are you sure? Why can't a president try to pull it off?
Well, why
Man,
wouldn't
man.
Bill Clinton just pardon Hillary?
Huh.
Well, but basically, that Supreme Court ruling essentially says that the pardons or self-pardons or family pardons are like irrelevant. I mean, because everybody has immunity when you're the number one 007.
Yeah, but that ruling, what's wild is like some people are like, he's basically a king. I'm like, y'all are idiots. It said the stuff that normal people pretty much figured out already. That's like, why do you got to do the speak and spell shit with everything now? we can't go back to originalism or the spirit of the law or anything like that.
It's because Trump derangement syndrome is driving people crazy. They are so programmed to hate him. This is like an apocalypse.
Huh. Yeah, probably. I mean, like,
This is their Holocaust. This is them going through the concentration camp now. They finally realized that they were the Nazi prison guards.
which is wild, man. Wild.
They hate themselves.
They're calling me a fascist because I'm asking them questions, yet they want to shut me down and censor me.
I'm telling you, this is a glorious thing. When I saw that debate, I was like, holy fuck. This was the crossover I needed.
Why do they allow that? But why do they allow that to happen? None of this shit's by chance.
It's because of ego. Because you haven't dealt with senior assisted living facilities and people living in these facilities. They're not always the nicest people, even when they're 83 years old.
They brought the debate forward by months, right?
Yeah.
They did it intentionally to manufacture the consent to swap out the candidate.
Yeah, that's basically what's happening.
Like, I think that makes absolutely the most sense. Especially, I think that would make sense anyway, but the fact that they brought it forward months, typical. Like, they're just giving themselves time.
Apparently after the debate, his doctor met with a Parkinson's specialist because basically he has early onset Parkinson's or dementia or cognitive decline, whatever the fuck it is, it doesn't matter. But you're right. This is essentially conditioning the population to force some loser bitch piece of shit down our face or down our throat because she's a black woman. And that is the secret weapon, apparently, a black woman. I didn't know that, but now we know that the secret weapon in the U.S. arsenal is a black woman.
If they brought a Parkinson's person in to inspect Joe Biden, Hell Normal is going to be so pissed.
Why?
Because it's finally the white paper he needed.
Okay. But I told him, I've been telling him for like every day since the last fucking debate, or that debate, that he's got Parkinson's, and you can tell there's a distinct gait, right, a walk that people have when they've got Parkinson. But they don't want to hear it.
I heard somebody say he might have Louis body, which is supposed to be like a spinoff. It's like a cousin, basically. But I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's not the same kind of symptoms that I heard of. Because I guess it's kind of rare-ish.
What if he's just super old?
Yeah, but bro, no. Trump is old as fuck. Trump's only a couple of years younger than him, but like Trump has vitality in it. And you know what I mean? It's a different fucking world.
But
Worse than demons that wears you out faster.
yeah, that too. I mean, didn't the New York Stock Exchange put that demon statue on top of the building? Like
the same one that CERN put out in front of their organization.
I think it is actually. I was like, man, they're putting all this stuff, and then there's all these damn black churches talking about we need to make sure we vote for the right candidate. I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for, but this guy's a felon. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on, man?
With that statue at CERN, didn't a bunch of the scientists at CERN dress up in like some weird?
Yeah, there was some kind of ceremony.
And they said they did it to throw off all the internet conspiracy theories. So it was just a joke. And I was like, that doesn't
bullshit.
For like 10 people.
That sounds like the shit you say after you get caught.
That's exactly what that. They probably wish they were Bohemian Grove. I'm surprised Bohemian Grove doesn't get brought up more often.
You think that some motherfucker would fly a drone over it sometime, right? Like,
Pardon, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, but you had a couple people go to it. Freaking what's his name?
Alex Jones.
What's his name that used to be on Tim Pool all the time? He was there with Alex Jones the first time he was there. The We Are Change dude. He's like
Luke Rudkowski or whatever.
Yeah, Luke Rudkowski.
He's like what, Polish or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like dude, I love like he gets like like he does get up in their face. Like he went to he like bombarded Larry Silverstein
Yeah.
at some 9/11 fucking memorial.
And Rothschild too. He's pretty famous at this point.
Yeah, and he even did it with Ted Turner, and he got Ted Turner to admit, like 1 billion people or whatever on camera that the world population should be.
They went to Epstein Island after Epstein, but
Yeah. He did a tour of Epstein Island.
Oh yeah, he went out to Epstein's Island.
Yeah. You think he couldn't get into anything, but he took a boat there and was like, "Fuck it, let's go." Everybody, the whole world is sitting there doing nothing. This kid, is fucking so ambitious. It's incredible.
He does have a set on him, man. I'm surprised he ain't going missing. They just fuck with YouTube money.
I'm surprised YouTube hasn't deleted his ass.
I kind of am too.
Especially, they could have gotten away with deleting him a long time ago. Now it's a lot more difficult because of multi-platform and he's known. And when he gets deleted, it'll be its own news story. But they could have deleted him a long time ago, and I'm surprised they didn't. The thing is, he's a very polite, professional person. So, he's not saying nigger, faggot, nigger.
He must be lawyered up though. That kind of one of the same reasons why Crowder's still on YouTube, because they got to be more careful. He's probably lawyered up, man.
So Susan Wojcicki, the former head of YouTube, she stepped down a year ago or 8 months ago, I believe, at this point. And there was so much shit going on with regards to censorship and Trump that there was this moment where I recorded this internal communication between the new CEO of YouTube, because it's not the CEO of Google. Sundar Pichai is the CEO, but a lot of people like to think that there's this YouTube CEO. YouTube is bringing in, I think it's approaching $10 billion a month now in revenue, which is incredible. And as a global, basically television network or platform, it's just not going away. You can expect the next 50 years of your life to basically be run through YouTube, or essentially video communication technology.
And it's so crazy too. They've broken their own freaking site so many times. They've had so much stuff to be good, and then they just pull it away. It's almost like they're trying to make it.
They're curating. They're cultivating and curating. When I worked at Google as a contractor, and they fired me because I looked up Alex Jones the day they deplatformed him. They took him off of YouTube, and I was like, Jesus Christ, he had 30,000 videos on YouTube. I was like, that's a huge amount of content to wipe out. But he's target number one, because he really does go after and expose the insane clown dynamic that we're living in. And he goes to places, he drops names. I mean, he's exposing essentially, a hidden society, a parallel society, which is technically in control of, reality.
But the thing is, on YouTube, do y'all know that YouTube, they'll take the monetaries, right? But they'll still run ads, so they still get money from the YouTube videos as we flagged them, or, they have a strike.
They started that 2 years ago, where it was right after the adpocalypse with freaking that Vox dude that they got into with Steven Crowder, trust fund baby, fake socialist Marxist type. Carlos Mazda, I think that was his name. Just started a whole crap fest, and just gave him a reason to not pay people. This is kind of funny, tragic but funny. That's when the splits changed again.
So, I mean, if you follow the news, or you're an information addict, there's just so much information out there that even the COVID-19 discovery information that came out from the Matt Taibbi files and all the other independent researchers, etc. Most people just bury their head in the sand and they're like, everything is kosher. But what I'm trying to say is there's so much information now that you kind of have to be discerning or selective, or essentially get to the point where all communication is hypnosis, and that that even reading about analysis of all these things is kind of even slowing you down. Like, it's not really going to help propel you in the sense that if you're an information addict and you're aware of it. I mean, I guess, there's a point where it's like, I think the expression is, once you get the message, hang up the phone. So it's like, you can be an information warrior, publisher, etc., or you can come on this app drunk while your wife is pregnant, sleeping in the bed in the other room, and think you're dropping gems. But what you're really doing is just doing talk therapy. You're just getting a dopamine feedback loop. You're getting high through social audio.
Well, I don't even think it's like an information overload, but it's a media overload. I think we might be mischaracterizing the age we live in. It's not the age of information, it's the age of media. And the media is the gatekeeper to information. So we're just being fed propaganda. We're people that are stuck in these propaganda machines, and we're actually not getting all of the information that that is actually, makes up our reality.
Right. So mainstream media and your cell phone are essentially propaganda simulators, and people are trapped in them.
Correct. We're in a technological prison and we don't know it. We feel like we have sovereignty or freedom of will. We don't. We're actually really locked into, this is the information pool that you have been fed, allowed to hear, and the other one is disinformation. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't consider that. Yeah, it's not an information age, it's a media age.
So then it's basically it's a mass media hypnosis simulacra.
Psychosis, mass psychosis, right? I mean, if you consider, what is that first capsule psychosis thing? It was back in the early 20th century, but he owned all the radios, all the newspapers, all the journals, everything.
Yeah, you're talking about, is it
and now
Hearst Media, or which one are you talking about?
Yeah, there's First Capsules, and First is the family name, but I can't remember his first name. But anyway, you can look him up. Now we're just in the 21st century, full monopoly takeover of all media outlets, and we think we have options. We don't. It's like all the mainstream media. Yeah, BBC said it, MSNBC said it, Fox said it, CNN said it, Associated Press. Like, one of those has to be neutral, and in fact, they're all like owned by the same corporation that get the same memo chain emails and distros.
Yeah, but it's not just, it's the culture within the corporation or the woke leftists that work there, because they're the ones who are semi-educated. Like, for example, the Dylan Mulvaney snafu, which cost Bud Light billions of dollars in market cap. The point is, when people's left wokeism gets into the message, the consumers detect it, and they become disgruntled and don't like the faggotry mixed into their beer syrup. So, there's that too.
Lost their appetite. They just totally lost their appetite with it. And I think that's where these apologists, their purpose is to make activists that go out into the marketplace to force the market onto these ideologies and these, culture war type aspect things. And you know what's crazy though too is that there were other people that had Bud Light cans outside of Dylan Mulvaney, but that one just struck a nerve with the markets where they completely boycotted and lost their appetite for Bud Light. Kind of interesting. Yeah, there were other celebrities in that same marketing campaign that had cans as well, but
how many of them were trans?
I think it was only one trans, and that's all it took. One tranny to screw up the whole brand. I mean, how old is it?
It's not up to him to decide that. With all due respect, like, as That's a 0. Zero
Hold
something.
on. You're mumbling. I can't understand both of you.
Well, you know, that's a personal, influential issue. Nothing.
I can't.
Okay, well, it keeps on.
Okay, thank you, David Bobadilla.
Hey, you're welcome.
Can we go back to talking about bunker 2 for survival? 75 years in a bunker.
No, that is also equally retarded.
First of all, it's T's room, so I guess it's up to him to decide.
Thanks, David.
No, I want to hear from new wisdom from Tiffany. That's right. Pretty quiet. Well, better than random, drunken, rambling nonsense. That was kind of wild earlier.
I have been drinking, but I'm not drunk.
That was 8 hours ago, bro.
Rob, what's your thoughts on nuclear-powered spacecraft for long-term travel or long-distance travel?
Nuclear-powered what?
Spacecraft. So, like, let's say we get a fusion reactors up in space.
Sorry, a timer went off on my phone. I got kicked out of that. Nuclear-powered what?
Spacecraft, like spaceship.
Kind of irrelevant. Everything's so far away. It's not about how long, right? If it's 75 light years away, you know, it's going to be your children that, you know, get to experience the new world when you arrive there. Who the fuck would want to do that? You know, I don't even know why people would want to go to Mars, frankly, unless it's like an 18-month journey. And it's going to be a deserted shithole. I don't know. I just think it's kind of fantasy, to be honest. I think what it's going to more likely be used, you know, you're going to be able to, in our lifetime, people are going to be able to take a flight on SpaceX and go visit Australia for the day, because you can get there in like 30 minutes. Amazing. I'm pretty sure. Hey, I am pretty confident that the world is going to look pretty much exactly how it does right now, right? Like, the question mark I remember hearing, and it stuck with me, is if you took away all the screens, right, televisions, phones, or whatever, tell me how you would know that you're not living in 1970, right? Cars still have 4 wheels. They still have steering wheels. You know, there's still light posts outside. We sleep in beds. We use knives and forks to eat. Like, how the fuck would you not know that you weren't in 1970 if there was no digital screens in your house, right? The world's going to look very much like it is right now in the future. People are going to read books. People are going to eat food. They're not going to swallow pills. There's not going to be meal replacements, right? It's going to look much like it is right now.
Right, so you're not going to eat the bugs?
Dude, if I ordered a steak in a restaurant and there's a bug in my food, they're going to cook me a new one.
Yeah, but what if the steak was a bug steak?
Yeah, the Afrikaans can eat those, bro.
What if that's the only steak you can find?
Then I'll eat the Afrikaans.
What if those are the same? Because only bug steak is what they could find.
Yeah, but I will eat them, is what I'm saying.
Oh, you go to cannibalism.
Yeah, I will eat human before I will eat bugs, bro.
It doesn't matter because these humans are eating bugs anyways. So
yeah, but that's like saying a steak is plant-based because cows eat grass, bro. That's retarded.
No, but I mean, my point is they're gonna have worms in them.
Everyone's got worms in them, bro.
Why do you think John the Baptist used to eat locusts? You know that?
It's because he's retarded.
Oh, don't blaspheme, Tim. But the question is, why do you think you're better than John the Baptist? Why can't you eat the bugs?
Because I can afford to eat steak every single day of my life.
So you think you're better than John the Baptist?
I think that God created cows to process grass, plants, into the most delicious food source on the planet, and that it's a blessing that I get to, benefit from God's creations.
So do you think you're better than John the Baptist?
I think bugs, I remember reading this, I can't remember the name of it, but they have it's not an ingredient, but there's something in them that this human stomach can't process, like birds can, and it'll essentially vastly increase your risk of cancer.
So do you think you're better than John the Baptist?
If John the Baptist couldn't afford to eat steak every day, then yes, I fucking think I'm better than anybody who can't afford to eat steak on a daily basis, yes.
Well, who told you he couldn't afford it? I mean, meat.
I don't know that he couldn't afford it, so there you go.
Of course he could. I mean, people, you don't need to pay for it, you just need to go hunt him. It's gonna be a little stiff. Meat didn't taste as good as it does today, so I mean, maybe he had a push there. But I'm just saying, if John the Baptist could eat locusts, I don't know why you guys are opposed to eating bugs.
Hey Randy, some guys are into eating ass and some of us aren't, but it's just out of personal choice.
Ass tastes better than fucking steak, I can tell you that.
Have you ever had a Pajit girlfriend?
No, I'm very, no, man, the accent pushes me away, honestly.
Are you better than a Pajit?
No, it's just that I find the accent to be very unappealing. The same goes for the Asians.
So, what's wrong with the Pajits?
Nothing. It's just the accent pushes me away.
Amazing. I'm just trolling you. Anyway, you missed Ewan going full clownhouse. That's kind of retarded, to be honest.
Yeah, Ewan isn't really the sharpest knife in the drawer. What we're talking about?
About the people are 48 hours away from going full cannibal. If the zombie apocalypse came, basically. He thinks within 48 hours people will be literally eating their neighbors, not realizing that there's probably at least 30 days of food in the supermarkets and already in your cupboards.
Yeah, but people will be stealing. I don't think 48.
No, he was exactly. He was talking about literal cannibalism. You were like, no, you're a fucking retard.
No, but I do think in a week maybe some people.
No, there's a famous British intelligence report that was either leaked or something years ago, and it's something like 9 meals from anarchy, and basically like even the British people who are considered civilized would be missing if you missed 9 meals. It's 6 meals. I don't know, but it's something.
I don't know why the English are said to be civilized? I really don't.
Because we understand how to queue, wait in line, take care of others. We have a hyper society.
That means you're sheep.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Here's an example. I was telling you this the other day.
Yeah, don't be sheep.
When we were like 10 or 11 years old, in the very last year of primary school or elementary school, we went to a school trip across the water on the ferry over to Edinburgh. And on the last day, this would have been like 1997, 1998, on the way, you check out of the hotel, we get on the coach, we go to Edinburgh Zoo, and upon leaving, I noticed a young girl crying at the front.
That's her.
I noticed a young girl crying who's like about my age or whatever, and I decided to go and speak to her. And it turned out that her school left her behind, and she was also from Northern Ireland. We didn't kidnap her, we didn't rape her, she didn't end up, found dead in a ditch. We safely brought her home to Northern Ireland and then delivered her to her parents, because that's what civilized people do. When I see these fucking African cunts who just landed in this fucking country, like I'll send you this amazing clip. You'll not know him, but he's a British celebrity, former like TV star, and he's done things like went to the front lines of Afghanistan and gang warfare and all this like tough stuff. And he's interviewing these migrants and asking them about like when they're raping a woman or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, no, it's dangerous.
What's wrong with
They're literally talking like they give no fucks. They're literally talking more concerned about the fact that the woman they rape might give them a sexually transmitted disease, or that they may have a baby out there if the woman gets pregnant or something. And they're like, it's just like they're demonic. They're fucking demonic.
Well,
so what I'm saying is the British, yeah, we're not like others.
Well, what's wrong with that? They're watching out for themselves.
Yeah, after they rape your wives and your daughters.
But what's wrong with that? They're self-interested.
We believe that is not the best way to be.
You shouldn't be self-interested. Okay, so I'm gonna.
Sure, Randy. I hope you feel that way if someone ever rapes one of your loved ones. All right.
No, but if
Randy, stop fucking trolling, Randy. This isn't something to troll about. All right.
I'm being honest. If I rape someone, I will be way.
Well, why would you rape anyone?
Well, if I do it, I would actually say, okay, I'm gonna use a condom because I don't want to get no STI. If you make the choice to rape someone,
well, then you don't belong.
By default, well, you don't care about that someone. Obviously, you just rape them. So then, well, you care about yourself.
No, that's not true. In the UK anyway, I'm gonna guess British people anyway. The majority of rapists know they're rapists, unless I'm misunderstanding. So
yeah, but they don't care about their victim. Otherwise, they wouldn't rape them.
I think the reason they're raping them is because they do actually, quote unquote, care something for them. They're not just raping random members of the public, it's people that they know. Whereas the non-citizen is raping anyone vulnerable inside.
It has to be someone you know. It's more likely someone you know, because how am I gonna be put in that environment that allows me to rape you anyway?
Because the fucking street people are like waiting around at night or during the day or coming home from school, whenever they're waiting for anyone to be like the weakling of the pack that can be picked off.
The whole point is, I don't think it's wrong to be self-interested.
I'm not saying that may not necessarily be wrong, but I'm not going to sit here and argue about how one should be a rapist.
That's fine. Let's say I want to kill someone.
You realize Tiffany here's recording you being pro-rapist right now?
It's not about the rape or the crime or the murder. Like, for example, this example. Let's say I want to kill someone.
Let's just not talk about it. Right.
Well, let's say anyway.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna rape my own room because I don't want to. Right. Amazing. So
well,
did you see this headline?
Say I don't want you to be self-interested.
Sure. You could be self-interested. You want to be self-interested. Anyway, did you see this headline? The woman didn't know she was pregnant, allegedly, had her baby, and was concerned about her career, so she threw her child out of the window of her apartment.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, it's self-interested, bro.
Exactly. I don't see why you think any of this is wrong, because it's all about perspective.
Yeah, what would the Bible say about killing your own children?
Yeah, but morality is subjective. Not everyone is a Christian.
Really? But you're a Christian.
Yeah, but not everyone is.
So why is it that you wouldn't wish for others to live under Christian values?
Because God gave them free will.
Yeah, but they are all children of God.
Correct. But they have free will. God gave you rules to follow.
That doesn't mean that they cannot be saved.
That does not mean that they cannot be saved, but it's not my place to.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. God gave them free. If God gave them free will, who am I to take what God gave them away?
You're not taking their free will away from them, but it's
No, I think if you want to throw your kid
spreading the gospel is a noble deed.
I wouldn't throw my kid away out of the balcony, but if you want to throw your kid out of the balcony, I have no problems with that. What I do have a problem with is you preventing me from benefiting from that. That I have a problem with.
What do you think the Lord would say about you benefiting from others killing their children?
It depends on why you benefit. So let's say I make $100 somehow for every parent who throws his kid out of the balcony, and then I donate $50 of that to the church so that then they can combat these ideas. Then that's good. So I'm turning your sin into something that is profitable, so that then we can fight it. The more you sin, the more money we have to fight your sin. So looking at it from that perspective, it's okay.
That's amazing.
There's the lesser evil. There's always the lesser evil. That's what it is.
Do you know what the trouble with the lesser evil is?
Yeah?
It's still evil.
Yeah, but you have to choose a lesser evil. Like you're always like that anyway. You're never going to be in a situation where you can make a good choice. No, you're going to have to settle for that. It's a cult. Life is a cult, motherfucker. That's why
you can make no choice, come what may.
Not making a choice is a choice.
I know, that's my point. It's a third option.
But that's a choice.
That's what I'm saying. It's not binary. There's three options.
That's not the best. So let's say there's Biden, there's Trump. Let's say you hate both.
You can choose not to vote.
Right, so Trump is the lesser evil, let's say. Or you can choose not to vote, hence Biden wins. So it's like, okay.
Perhaps.
Right, so not making that choices, it's not.
Maybe they sit it out, the Democrats sit it out, and the Republicans.
Anyways, if I can benefit from you killing your child, I have no problems with that.
This is why you're my favorite person around here.
I just don't know why these things are controversial. I really don't get it. I really do not get it. Like, you made a choice. You want to kill your child. Who am I to stop you?
So are you pro-abortion then?
If I benefit from it, you can kill your baby. Just don't kill my baby. As for your baby, I don't care. For example, I can use your baby to make money through stem cell research. So I don't mind you killing your baby and you paying for it so that I can make money. I don't mind that.
Amazing.
Let's try it.
Do you see Nora was in here? In the chat?
Anyways, most conservatives are pro-abortion because it's the blacks who are. So why not kill the black babies through abortion? The conservatives are pro-abortion. Don't think they're not.
Yeah, probably.
Right. No one's anti-abortion.
I'm not anti-abortion per se, although I love arguing with the fucking pro-abortionists because they're demonic. But like the idea of being able to fucking kill your child right up until the moment of birth is kind of fucking.
No, I'm pro after birth abortions.
No, well, yeah, sure, kill them when they're 17 as well, before they turn 18.
I'm also fine with that. Well, because the military, in the military, you're killing. So in the U.S., you need to be 21 to have a beer. But when you're 18, you can go get bombed in Afghanistan or some shit.
In the UK, you can do it when you're 16.
Exactly. So then, if we can just sacrifice our children at 16, why can't we do it earlier on? I don't mind you killing the baby when he's like 1 year, 2 years old, as long as I can make money.
You can join, but in the Falkland War in the 80s, there was a 17-year-old killed on the front line. So they changed it. So you can't be deployed until you're 18, but you can still join until you're 16.
Still, if you can kill them, you're killing your children at 18. So that we can make money. Like, that's the whole point of military to begin with. We're sacrificing you, son, so that you can go push our political elites' interests.
Because politics by other means.
100%. So,
by the way, that was a real fucking trip. I started reading more and more about the Churchill. That was fucking wild.
Yeah, Churchill's a total faggot. What do you think?
Yeah. He's literally that which they accuse others of. It's amazing.
Exactly. 100%. So I'm telling you, this whole thing is a scam. There's no morality in this world. It's a scam, dude. Morality is a scam to keep you in check while I do what I want. For example, it's immoral for you to fuck a man's wife. So don't you dare touch my wife. However, I am gonna fuck your wife. You see? So that's what morality is about. Telling you not to do what I am doing. In fact, we're programming you to do that, but I don't need to tell you. I don't need to tell you. Society will keep you in check. You see why I'm telling you my kid is off limits. You're not going to indoctrinate my child, but I want your child to be indoctrinated. You're not going to abort my child. I don't mind your child being aborted. Isn't life much better when you're honest, Pam?
Sorry, what do you say?
Isn't life much better when you're honest?
Oh, yeah.
People go crazy when I do this thing.
Say what I feel.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I think I'm in the Matrix.
That's literally what I do.
2 seconds. No, I feel much, much better when I just say exactly how it is that I feel. And come what may, fuck 'em.
Well, honestly, I feel better when people go wild. I like it when people go wild. The thing I love the most is to tell people things that are so insane, but I'm right. That's the thing. It is insane, but they can't defend against it. They can't tell me I'm wrong because they know I'm right. So, it's funny how people react.
Sorry.
What idea? Randy, why everyone is like yelling at you now?
Everyone's what?
Everyone is yelling at you now. Yelling?
Yelling at me?
Yeah.
Who's yelling at Randy?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah, who's yelling at Randy? What fake news is this?
Why do you sound like you're out of breath?
I'm out of breath?
No, not you. Team.
What?
Oh, he's fat.
That's right. Out of breath problem. What the fuck? No, I was literally putting on my headphones. No, I was putting on my headphones and I had to change my Wi-Fi because I have 2 different networks in my house, unfortunately. Shit. And he's gone. What the fuck was that about? What video? So, what we had tonight? Randy.
Sorry, I was not. What's up?
I was just saying, what are you at tonight? Or what were you at tonight?
Oh, nothing. I didn't do nothing tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to the beach. That's about it.
Canada has beaches, eh?
Yeah. Well, it depends where you are. I mean,
I know. It's just not something you typically associate with Canada. Lakes, yeah. Like mountains, yeah. Cities, yeah.
The beach doesn't have to be by the sea. It can be by land, it can be by...
Yeah, but you don't... Okay, sorry to bring you up to speed on English, but we don't usually say the beach when we mean a lake. You say the lake then.
But the lake is the lake. The beach is where you said, right by the lake.
No, that's the edge of the lake, but typically beach is, yes, when you're there at the lake, you could say over towards the beach, but when you're referencing something like on a bigger scale, like we are now, like in generalities, a beach typically only means one thing, which is...
Look, I know English isn't your first language, but you're wrong.
That's right.
If you keep this shit up, I'm gonna tell Mama Jen.
English isn't her first language either, bro.
Mama Jen is amazing.
Dude, she was getting her neck in a twist. She was like, all them boys say nigger in that room, and blah, blah, blah. You know, like, you know, she was crying to these black men, hoping that they'd try to lay down the law or something.
Mama Jazzy is one of my favorite, and
She's retarded, bro. She's straight up retarded.
And I just bought a suit. Just ask me what's new.
Oh yeah, what color?
It's charcoal. It's my first suit here, so I did charcoal and navy. I'm gonna get navy later. I'm not gonna buy two, dude. There's a 25% discount. So I'm like, fuck yeah, motherfucker.
Dude, you sound like that sounds like a Jew type of fucking statement. You bought it because it's 25% off.
Well, it's expensive. It's not a cheap thing. It's like $900. Well, it's not super, like there's much more expensive suits, obviously, but $900, so that's after the discount. And that's without anything else, that's just the suit.
Bro, I have thousands in shoes alone. Tell me about it. Just leather shoes for states.
The shoes are gonna cost me a fortune, obviously. Then there's all sorts of other shit.
Get them properly fitted. Like, go to a proper shoe shop. There's a difference.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is a difference. I'm gonna get it on Amazon. I don't want to pay so much.
No, but the difference is they'll actually measure your feet, and then when you wear the proper sized leather shoes, they don't crease as easily, the leather, and they're much more comfortable. They'll last longer as well.
Yeah, but instead of paying $1,000 for shoes, I'd rather pay like $200 and then get new ones later. Plus, I need other shoes. I did my second suit when I buy it, so it's like I'd rather save money, dude. I'm overspending like crazy, dude. I'm overspending, motherfucker. I'm behind on every budget. Like,
bro, I thought you were an economist.
I am, but I have. Well, actually, it's because I can pay. Oh man, it's a long story. I don't wanna. It's a long ass story, but basically, I give loans to.
Why not? We got time.
Cancel away my system.